Good evening, family and friends. Welcome to the ceremony and celebration of the marriage between Andrea and David. On behalf of the bride and groom, we want to thank you all for being here today. You all hold an important place in their hearts, and today would not be the same and would not be as special without each and every one of you here. We are here today to bring them together in marriage, to firmly cement and vocalize their love for each other in front of God, their friends, and their family. I personally could not be more honored and delighted to do this. Andrea and David represent a strong and healthy relationship that is to be recognized in one of the most meaningful ways possible, through marriage. Their story is familiar yet uniquely their own. Fate had brought them together on Tinder, and they quickly arranged a date over a drink. The evening went well, so well that one IPA turned to two and then manifested itself into a third. But who are we to judge? Being the gentleman that we all know him to be, David walked Andrea home, they said their goodnights, and quickly planned a second date. I think because of their postgraduate studies, their professions, and general nerdiness, it feels fitting to frame their relationship as somewhat of an experiment, a scientific process which brought them here to a conclusion of one experiment and the start of another. Each date, each week, each month, each moment with one another was another data point. As they moved through life, Andrea analyzed her data points, and David his. All these data points, all these moments they continuously analyzed led them to the conclusion they both clearly came to. I love this person, and I cannot wait to spend the rest of my life with them. Ahead of them is a smattering of new data to analyze, new challenges to overcome, and unbelievably happy moments to experience together. I'm sure we are all excited to see the data beyond today.
David, I can't believe this day is finally here. I feel so lucky to be standing here in front of all of our loved ones to marry the love of my life. Feels like just yesterday I was swiping right on a handsome engineer with incredible eyebrows. In fact, since I know how much you love data, that first date was exactly 1,922 days ago. That's 5 years, 3 months, and 4 days. So, in honor of 5+ years of dating, I'd like to make you 5 promises as we embark on day 1 of our marriage. First, I promise to make you laugh as often as I possibly can. I promise to always one-up every silly joke or face you make and finish any ridiculous song you start. And I promise to support you in pursuing anything that makes you happy, even when that includes video games and fantasy football. Second, I promise to always learn from you and grow with you. I love your intelligence, curiosity, and the way you keep me up to date on current events and politics. I think our differences make us stronger because they allow us to learn from one another and to grow together. I promise to admit when I'm wrong, consult the research when I don't know something, and do my best to learn how to use our smart house. And when our future kids ask us questions, I promise to teach them the scientific method and help them design experiments to test their tiny hypotheses. Third, I promise you a lifetime of adventure. I promise to explore new places, try new things, and take on the adventure of building a family together. I promise to be your forever adventure buddy, even if that means spending time eye to eye with those high telecabs as you kick my butt hiking up the mountain. Fourth, I promise to always communicate with you openly and honestly. I knew I could build a life with you after our first fight when you showed me how willing you are to understand, to listen, and to work to resolve issues. So I promise to always talk through conflict with you and to never go to bed angry. Finally, I promise to love you deeply, completely, and unconditionally for the rest of our lives. You make me feel so safe and supported, and I've never felt so comfortable being my silly, authentic self. I promise to make you feel deeply loved for exactly the person you are, exactly as you make me feel. So today, I promise to build a marriage built on laughter, learning, adventure, communication, and unconditional love. I vow to uphold these promises during all the highs and lows and every moment in between. Because David, you are my forever guy.
Andrea, you are my best friend, my soulmate, and the one with whom I always feel like I can be my true self. Put simply, you are the one, the love of my life. Without hyperbole, I knew from our very first date that you were special and that we had a connection that I had never felt with anyone else before. Among many things, I love you for your positivity, your lighthearted energy, your unwavering desire to help others, and the beauty of your mind, body, and soul. As your husband, I promise to always be your #1 travel companion and keep adventuring with you for the rest of our lives. I vow to always shield you from birds during said adventures, especially on narrow catwalks on top of geysers in Yellowstone. I promise to never stop dancing with you like no one is watching, even when Ollie is totally watching and desperately wants to be involved. I vow to always support you, be your biggest advocate, and do everything in my power to help you succeed at anything you aspire to do. I promise to be unwavering in my faith in you and in us during the best of times, the worst of times, and the entire spectrum of life in between. I vow to always be patient and kind, and to constantly work on improving myself as a man so that I can be the best husband to you. I'm so excited for our future together and all of the wonderful milestones ahead of us. And I can't wait to share each and every one of them with you. I truly believe that together, we are an unstoppable force capable of anything. You are my love, my everything and beyond. I promise to adore you for the rest of my life. I am, now and forever, your guy.
I, Andrea, give you David
I, Andrea, give you David
this ring as a symbol of love, commitment, and the eternal vows we have made today to each other.
this ring as a symbol of love, commitment, and the eternal vows we have made today to each other.
With this ring, I thee wed.
With this ring, I thee wed.
David, your turn. I, David, give you Andrea
I, David, give you Andrea
this ring as a symbol of my love, commitment, and the eternal vows we have made today to each other.
this ring as a symbol of my love, commitment, and the eternal vows we have made today to each other.
With this ring, I thee wed.
With this ring, I thee wed.
Andrea and David, through the power vested in me by the internet, I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Good evening. Welcome. Many, if not most of you, have traveled a very long way from all over the country to be with us. So thank you so much for being here with us on this very special day. Andrea, I love you so much.
Seeing you so happy means the world to me.
To know you are going forward from this point in time with a strong, supportive, and loving partner in David makes me so very, very happy. I am so proud of the strong, caring, accomplished, and resilient woman you have become. Being your dad is one of my life's greatest blessings, and I look forward to every moment spent with you. Seeing you, the two of you together tonight as a newly married couple, surrounded by close friends and family, brings joy to everyone here. To Andrea and David, here is to a lifetime of happiness, laughter, and love. May the two of you continue to grow as a couple, and may all your dreams come true.
Everybody, my name is Stephanie Walker. I'm Andrea's longtime friend and maid of honor. Andrea and I met almost exactly 14 years ago during Welcome Week of our freshman year at the University of Wisconsin. Andrea and I became fast friends. I was immediately attracted to her confidence, her energy, her zest for life, her social nature. She was always bringing people together, which I've learned over the years is truly just part of her nature. Andrea and I lived together for 3 years after college, and when she left to get her PhD at Michigan, it felt like the end of an era. It was really tough, but here we are, more than 5 years later, both married, but dare I say, I think we're just as fun. Andrea, it's been a wild ride. I couldn't be more lucky to call you my best friend. You are one of the most fun, empathetic, driven, and thoughtful people I've ever met, and David is lucky to have you. David, what can I say? You are patient, kind, fun-loving, and similar to Andrea, you are incredibly driven, brilliant, and an incredible friend. You ground Andrea in a way that I have never seen, and it truly seems like you guys were meant for each other. Andrea and David, to a lifetime of happiness. Cheers.
Good evening, folks. My name is Rohil, and I'm Dave's best man. I remember the first time I met Dave in the infamous Trip Deuce house in Ann Arbor. It was mesmerizing watching you trying to herd 20 rowdy people to do whatever activities you had lined up for that evening. It was very evident right from the start that you were the leader of the pack. And I was like, okay, I need to be friends with that guy. Because you want to have fun, but organized fun. Our friendship stayed the same for our 2 short years in Michigan together, but in a weird twist, we somehow grew closer as friends once I left. Today, our friendship is very different from when I first met him. Our friendship changed drastically after he met Andrea. We spent countless hours talking about relationships and life, but when he met Andrea, he seemed an awful lot more talkative. I was waiting for that moment. Andrea, in many ways, I was waiting for you too. You know how in interviews they ask you where you see yourself in 5 years? Dave had it all figured out, and I knew the one constant would be you, Andrea. In Seattle, I saw a completely different version of you. One who was more confident, but most importantly, one who couldn't wipe a smile off his face when talking about the woman he loved. I realized 2 things that night in Seattle. 1, that he would be marrying Andrea one day. And 2, that Dave wasn't a friend. I realized that night I'd found a brother. You were my first real friend in America. And I don't know if you know this, but you're a big part of the reason America's starting to feel like home. I don't think I've ever seen a better version of you, Dave. And for that, I thank you, Andrea. You have transformed him, and I'm honored to be a part of your lives and to be a part of that transformation. I wish you both a lifetime of happiness and laughs. Cheers to the amazing couple.